Let me make sure I put this on here correctly. Hello, how are you today? It is Thursday and I just got back from a hair appointment. I was leaving and the lady was like, God, your hair is so long. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even realize how long it is. It's incredibly long. So you guys, I wanted to come on here today because I've had to go back to the basics. I've had to go back to my bare bones figure fit paleo food guide, and it was really all about how I started my fitness journey a long time ago. As I started to cut out gluten and I started to cut out dairy, and I needed to, really I needed to, because I was massively unhealthy. I was having tons and tons of digestive issues. And I talk openly about this, that like really I grew up on the standard American diet, so I had quite a bit of, I'm walking around, sorry guys, I had quite a bit of foods, you know, like that were not good for me growing up. And one of the things that I learned throughout my journey to becoming a fitness professional and a fitness model is that a lot of the foods that I used to buy, I used to eat when I was little, we develop patterns and habits around buying them, just even buying them. We just want them. And I realized that, and I was like, sorry, I'm trying to get this lighting so it's not crazy for you and me. But I realized is that we actually have such a habitual pattern around our foods, and what we do is we actually buy them just because we had them when we were little, because it was something that was like a comfort food, or it was just something that was a snack for us. So we become really patternistic with the foods that we buy, and you got to become very deliberate with the foods that you buy. And you know, one of the things for me, my dog decided to get her toy and start squeaking it. One of the things for me when I went paleo and I started to heal myself is I cut out the gluten, I cut out the dairy, and the reason I did that is because I had severe digestive issues. You know, if you don't know, if you haven't heard yet, if you're not in the 21st century, then you haven't heard this, but most of you probably have heard that your digestive system is just everything, and your gut microbiome is it holds about 60 to 80% of your immune system right there in your small intestines. And if you're having any sort of issues with your body, any sort of autoimmune disorders or sicknesses, chronic illnesses, it is all tied to that, you guys. And for me, I had allergies, I had chronic constipation, I had pain in my side, and I also had severe allergies. I had skin rashes. What else? I used to get like an annual sinus infection, and I also used to have to use like the Nasonex nasal spray, and I would get really bad eye allergies as well. And you know, I studied nutrition science in college. I didn't learn this back then. I learned this by trial and error. I learned this because I was the one who had the problems, and I had to seek my own help out and get my own coaching. And you know, I met up with I got my blood tested, and I found out that I had antibodies, so I had to cut out certain foods in my diet. And then I met somebody at that time in my life that was paleo, and they're like, you know, you really ought to try this. It'd be really good for you just to see. And they were on the front edge of this leading research, and this is really what got me into the community of the paleo community as a speaker, as an author, as somebody who's now a go-to expert in this topic, in this community, as a fitness expert, a fitness model. And you guys, if you don't know, I have an international best-selling book, Happy Healthy Fit. And in the healthy section, I do talk about this entire journey, my entire journey, and also how to eat, you know, what I did to heal myself and what you can do. I also, in my book, give you the Figure Fit diet so that you know exactly what to eat. and you know what to do to heal yourself. And the people who join me in my inner circle, my private community, either my personal one through LizNersWiki.com, that's more spiritual and that's more mindset oriented, and very, very spiritual, metaphysical, soul-based, a little bit of Eastern philosophy. I have a yoga school, so I do bridge a lot of the spirituality and bring in a little bit of the yoga philosophy in that program. But my online fitness program is where I coach people on diet and fitness, getting a body that they love and helping to heal themselves. So there's going to be things that you're eating that you may or may not even know that are harming you. And some of you know, I mean, sometimes it's really pretty simple. Like, you know, if you have coffee all the time, you're going to be, like literally all the time, you're going to be dehydrated. And if you have, you know, alcohol or sugars all the time, that's the easy stuff. But when it gets difficult is when broccoli is harming your system. When it gets difficult is when you can't have cranberries or you can't have chicken because there's a problem in your digestive system, or when you can't have a certain type of foods like honey. I was told that I should have honey, and honey was destroying me. And so I actually had to cut these things out of my diet. And you know, I did the research. I've learned throughout the years of how to help heal the digestive system. And you know, one of the things that I have personally done is I've made it a really strict model for myself that I just don't buy things that have gluten. I just don't buy things that have dairy. Typically, I got that stuff out of my house. I don't buy it, so it's not even in my home. Now, if I come across it in a like at a barbecue, or if I come across it at a restaurant where there's bread and I just happen to want some that day, then I might have some. You know, it might be cross-joined for me that I have like cross-contaminated, right? Sometimes it's a choice. Sometimes it's not by choice. Maybe there's something that has gluten in it and I eat it by accident, and I'll always know because of the way you feel when you cut that stuff out of your diet. And so for me, I get stuffy, and I also get digestive issues if I have something like dairy, or if I have something that has gluten in it. Gluten, hands down, gives me a stuffy nose, and I'm stuffy for about 2 to 3 hours. And it's not worth it. It's just not worth it to me. Every single person on this planet should not have gluten. If you have any sort of problems with your digestive system or your health at all, you need to cut that out and cut dairy out, and really just do an elimination diet for a while to see how that works for you. And then, you know, I never say add that stuff back in because it's just not, there's no purpose for it. But then when it does come into your little world and you get cross-contaminated, or you actually do make the choice to have some bread, you're going to see what happens to you. Or if you have dairy, you're going to see what happens to you. And it's a really good test to see. But I wanted to show you guys some products in my own home that I personally buy. And I have one of my favorite online stores is thrivemarket.com. It's an online retail shopping place where you can get foods that are non-perishable for anywhere between 25 to 50% off of what the prices are going to be at Whole Foods or at other retailers. So for me, this saves me time, this saves me money, and as a mom who is not married, I'm solely responsible for my money, my finances. It is wildly amazing to be able to eat really organic, natural, GMO-free foods on a really good budget, and not have to worry that, not have to sacrifice, not have to go to do without it. For me, I don't eat a lot. I know what to eat and when. So I buy very specific foods for what I am eating and what I do. So I shop at thrivemarket.com. It saves me so much money because I know exactly what I want to buy, and I can buy that through the website, and it just comes right to my house. So the only things I really need to go to you know, Whole Foods for, or the local grocery store for, are the things that can't be shipped from Thrive Market, like perishable foods like kale and milk and things like that. So and obviously vegetables and fruit, but things like ghee, things like coffee, things like crackers. Oh, I used to love crackers, and I gave those up when I went paleo, and forever I did not have them. But the thing that I started to do was have paleo treats, and that was a really bad turn. It was just going from one bad direction to another bad directions, because I gave up the standard American diet foods, but I went towards paleo sweets. And at that point, for me, the honey in the paleo sweets was destroying me. And so I found great tasting crackers, great tasting, good for me, wholesome, all natural ingredients. And sometimes that's kind of a catchy phrase: all natural, GMO free, gluten free, dairy free in most cases. And I've found such amazing brands, not only through thrivemarket.com, but at events that I've gone to and that I've spoken at, like Paleo FX or Health FX or Health Expos in Chicago and in LA. These different type of expos that you have, you know, all these people who have these small brands that are really made out of good, wholesome ingredients. You can taste their products there, and they're really proud, and they're there to really change the name of the game for what's on the marketplace. There was a huge buyout this past spring. Okay, let me see if I can recall this. General Mills bought, who did they buy? Epic Bar, I think it was Epic Bar, and a paleo brand, and I think it was that. And it was just an uproar in the community, the paleo community, because people were like, "Oh, they're gonna ruin it! They're gonna ruin it! They're just buying it to shut them down, or they're buying it to, you know, ruin it." And like the agreement that was worked out between Epic Bar and General Mills was that they're not changing it. They bought it because they know that the market needs to change. They know that nutrition needs to change, and they are happy to find brands that know what they're doing, who are creating quality ingredients, and that are putting these quality ingredients out into the world. And that's why they chose to buy that company. So I think it's a great thing. And one of the things I wanted to show you guys today is some of the things that I bought through Thrive Market, just so that you can see. And for me, this was incredible because I saved $95. $95, you guys. That's insane. That's insane. The markup is insane. So here's how the company, so I love this analogy. So people say that, I heard that Thrive Market would be like a mixture between Costco and Whole Foods. Like if they teamed up to give you like a really amazing company where you could buy these foods, it would be called thrivemarket.com. Because what they're doing is they're cutting out the middleman, they're cutting out the markup. So they're getting the brands directly from that brand maker, the retailer, or not the retailer, the person making the product. So they're cutting out the middleman. So there's not a crazy markup on these products. And you guys, on the thrivemarket.com website, which I really love, it shows you exactly the prices comparable to, for example, like the crackers I'm getting. It shows you the price on Thrive, and it shows you the price at Whole Foods. And you know, for me, I live in Indiana, so the price of the crackers where I live might not be the same of the price of the crackers or the butter or the ghee. I got ghee, or the coffee mix that I got through Thrive Market. It might not be the same. I'm sorry, Whole Foods price might not be the same here where I live, comparable to California or New York or Boston or Indianapolis even. The price might be different. So that gives you a general ballpark of what the price is at Whole Foods. And it was really incredible because to me, I saved $95. And I want to just show you. So I'm going to take my phone off of here. Right now, I'm drinking a new mushroom coffee. It's coffee with mushrooms in it. I'll show you. Have you guys heard of that? Have you heard of 4-Sigmatic? Have you heard about the new coffee mushroom trend? Let me shut this dishwasher off. Okay, so mushroom coffee. Good cup in a day. So this is, not only is it a coffee, it's got coffee in it. Let's see if I can get a good view here. It's vegan, it's certified paleo. It is USDA organic. They're not going to throw that stamp on there. They have a very strict process to get that USDA organic on there. I have to change my hands. So they have in this, there's 10 packets. And I love this. It's got 100% Arabica. I don't know how to say that word. I guess I've never really known how to say that word. 100% Arabica coffee, extracted mushrooms, and 50 milligrams of caffeine per little thing. This is instant. So of course I'm kind of a coffee snob. I like to do a French press sometimes. A lot of times I'm doing drip. And right now, at this point in my life, I'm trying to cut back on the amount of coffee. This isn't cutting back, but it just changed it up for me a little bit. Because I was doing like 2 cups in the morning and sometimes even 2 cups in the afternoon. And so I realized that was really bad for me. So I started to do tea in the afternoons and things like that. And actually other green drinks in the afternoon. So I wouldn't be dehydrated, and so that I could sleep better, and so I could feel better, because I realized that I was kind of just doing my specific diet that I do. It's not a diet, it's just the way that I live my life. I just call it a diet. I was doing that, but I was drinking way too much coffee. So I bought this through Thrive, and the price, I don't exactly remember how much it was different from Whole Foods, but like I said, my total savings, you guys, was like $95, and it's an incredible savings. And so, like I said earlier, I love crackers. And when I went paleo, I had to give up things like Cheez-Its. And that sucked because I loved buying Cheez-Its. I mean, it's not that I loved buying them, but I loved eating them. I loved them. Thunder, it's thundering. So I found replacements. The best thing that you can do when you're eating the standard American diet is get a replacement. You don't have to cut it out cold turkey because you're gonna freak out. And then you're gonna buy it, and then you're gonna binge and eat a whole box. So don't do that. Just replace it. Try to find something different. Try different things. But here's something that I found that is super comparable to Cheez-Its. And this is Simple Mills, and this is a farmhouse cheddar. It's made with almond flour, crackers. It is completely naturally gluten-free because it's made from almonds. It's RBSTE free, which is a cheese, like it's an additive in the cheese that is harmful to people. So these are non-GMO, you guys. What I love about these is these are made with almond flour, and they have sea salt, organic onion, organic garlic, rosemary extract for freshness, paprika, and annatto extract for color. So there's no colors, there's no dyes. And these are my new Cheez-It, and I love them. So it's Simple Mills. These are so good. Yeah, chicory root is a good replacement, Christy, for coffee. And I did that a while back, and it was just, the one that I got a while back was like, it was full-blown just chicory. It was, what was it? Dandy Blend? It was Dandy Blend. I don't know, I just like coffee. So for me, it's not about, and coffee is good. It's good for you. There's just so much benefit to having coffee that it wasn't about cutting it out. I just needed a replacement. So I did try chicory root at one point in time in that Dandy Blend, but it ended up like going to waste for me because I was trying to replace my coffee, and I realized just don't try. So what I did instead is I started to have tea in the afternoons, and I have a tea that I do. It's not a tea. It's through one of my nutritional supplement companies that I work with, that I'm partnered with, and it's an afternoon it's got antioxidants and it's got adaptogens in it, and it's so good. And I have that in the afternoon. So you guys, I got ghee. So I'm giving you a little tour around my kitchen. So a lot of you have probably heard of ghee. A lot of people haven't. A lot of people obviously have heard of coconut butter or coconut oil, and obviously so many people have olive oil. And a lot of people cook with olive oil, and olive oil is not good to cook with. It's got a lower like heat point, and so you can only get it to a certain degree, a temperature, before it starts to go bad and apparently turn into like a trans fat. So ghee has a higher heat point, so you can cook with it. So I cook my eggs with ghee, and so does my son now. He saw me do it, and he cooks. He started using this as well. I don't like to use coconut oil because to me coconut oil is so sweet, and this is buttery. It's clarified butter. And once again, this is also USDA organic, and clarified butter is just made a little bit different. There's no casein in it. There's no lactose, no GMOs, no salt in this. You guys, it's so good. I actually I'm crazy. One time I was like, I want to try it with a cracker. And I did. I literally scooped it into my mouth with a sea salt cracker, and I'll tell you what, it was a bad thing to do because it was so good. And I realized I can't do that anymore because I got so addicted to it. So sometimes I do it and I'm like, okay, Liz, done. Just be done. And I get like a whole serving of fat because I just sit there. I'm like, cracker and ghee. It's so good. It's like I've tried it from the spoon itself, and yeah, it's okay, but it's not like I would like I'm like craving it. But the moment I put it on that particular cracker, it was another cracker that I don't have right now on me, so I won't show you that one. But it was a sea salt cracker, and just the combination of that cracker and the sea salt and the butter was like, mwah, so good. Okay, what's next? What else did I buy? Oh, this is my favorite. So because I have a son, and I want to, do things for my son that are fun, like have waffles. I think that's fun. That's like a traditional thing in our American cultures, pancakes and waffles. But the thing is, we want to eat good, healthy food. And I've told my son a long time ago, when I went paleo, his other side of the family was kind of like, oh, come on, it's not that bad. It can't harm him. I'm like, yes, it is that bad, and yes, it can harm, and yes, look at our country. It's bad. It's not good for you. Why would people be making this stuff if it wasn't good for you? So I bought another company, same brand, same company, Simple Mills. They have a pancake and waffle mix, and I can make him the pancakes. I can make him the waffles that are just so good, and every kid loves them. And so, the thing about that is I've made my own paleo pancakes with like 2 ingredients, like an egg and what was it? An egg and a banana. That was it. But those were really weird, and they were like they were good. They were really sweet, but my son was kind of like, he didn't like them just because they were different. Now these are normal. They're like normal. So people have, when they know a traditional pancake or when they know a traditional waffle, they're going to be more apt to be attached to that. And they're going to want that. They're going to be like, oh, well, this is different. I don't want it, And that's just so funny. But the thing about that is that's how people are now, unless they eat that way from the get-go. Unless your children or you've trained them as a parent to feed them that way ever since they were born. And that is one of the things that I'm lucky about, because I've always eaten pretty healthy. It's gotten way better over my life. I've always eaten really healthy, but growing up I ate the standard American diet. So it's always gotten better and better and better. And my son, I would make like fish and broccoli when he was really young, and he would just eat it. So that's awesome. Let me read your comments. Yeah, no Cheez-Its. No. So bad. Okay, what else did I buy? I bought, oh yeah. Oh, so here's the thing, you guys. This is one of the big topics. One of the main reasons I even came on here today is because I was drinking too much coffee. And I had a really bad bout of depression. What is it? What is it called? Not depression. Dehydration. Dehydration. I was like massively dehydrated for about 5 days. And digestive issues were happening, and I was like, okay, this isn't good. I thought it was something else. I thought it was, I just didn't know. And I realized that, oh my gosh, this happened to me once before, and it was about 6 months ago, and I was doing the exact same thing with my coffee at that time. I was having one of the bulletproof coffees in the morning, and those are always, if you know anything about bulletproof coffee, I do a Figure Fit one, so I add a couple other like different types of ingredients. So I call it the Figure Fit coffee because I'm adding some nutritional benefits to the coffee. Now, yes, it's good for you, and yes, MCT oil is amazing for you, and yes, the butter in the morning is so good for your brain, and the coffee is, and it wakes you up. But I was having that, and I was having another cup, and then in the afternoon, I was having another cup, another 2 cups, and so I was doing that daily, and I wasn't eating as much as I was probably needing to be eating. I was just working and drinking coffee. So I was completely dehydrated, and so I decided to change my habits and really just like take a look at everything that I'm doing and decide what can I change. So what I can change is I can still do the way that I eat. I can still have a coffee in the morning. I can still even have the Figure Fit coffee in the morning if I want to. I can do something in the afternoon that's different. So I can do a tea, or I can do a chicory root. I can do a dandy blend, not this mushroom coffee. I could do the tea, the mushroom tea, or I can have any of my teas that I have right there. I can do my new nutritional supplement company, their tea. I can do this. So this is what I bought from Thrive Market. I bought both of these. Green superfood. And then this one. Amazing Meal Chocolate Infusion. Raw plant-based nutritional supplement. And I'm already tied to a nutritional supplement company, and I use their protein shakes. And I just wanted to add some greens. So I went into thrivemarket.com and I was looking for like juices that I could get, because I have a juicer, but I'll tell you what, if you don't ever juice, like that thing, that is a pain to clean. So I'm just not, I don't think I'm going to do that every day. I should get into a habit of it. I say should, but there are no shoulds in life, right? When we should do something, we probably don't want to do it. So I like things that are quick and easy. I do. I like things that are, yes, obviously eating a fresh juice is the best and easiest thing, fastest thing for you, but it's not always the easiest, okay? So, you know what, I don't always have all the ingredients either. So I wanted a supplement where I could really just focus on getting these greens in. This is an amazing one. This had the best reviews, and it had the best ingredients, lemon lime. It's got, look at all this, wheatgrass, yerba mate, has digestive enzymes in it. So it has a fiber blend. It has all of these amazing vitamins. And we are typically deficient on most of those vitamins. And so I was like, you know what? I am doing my body a very, very good thing by buying this and putting that into my afternoon shake. And it has been such a game changer. My energy is amazing. And also with this one, this is something else that I got. This is raw, it's vegan, gluten-free, non-GMO. All of their stuff is, you guys. It's another one that this one has, let's see if I can get this to focus. Chlorophyll, protein blend. So this, when I searched like greens, both of these came up, and I was like, oh, chocolate. Yeah, please. Yes. So yeah, I actually was like, yes, please give me that. So yeah, there's a nutritional supplement company that I use. It's Isagenix. I try to do mostly Isopro, Isoleans after my workouts. So yeah, like my son loves the Isoline with the Hydrate. Oh, okay. So most of the foods we got are already gone. Here's a bag of chips. Like, okay, so it's like we got the chips, and I honestly feel like that's most of it. I got, hold on, I know there's one more thing. I got 2 bags of chips, and those are gone. Oh, bone broth. Yes, duh. Bone broth. So you guys, bone broth. If you're not, yeah, broth, the bone broth kick, you've got to. Look at that, 10 grams of protein per serving. So you've all had like chicken soup, chicken noodle soup, right? And the soup has a base called broth. And beef soup has a base called broth. And that's what is so good for you. It's made, yes, it's made, you boil the bones and it gets the marrow out of the bones and it gets the nutrients out of the bones. It's so good. It's gut healing. So if I'm ever sick, I'm doing a bone broth diet. It is just so good. So I bought so many of those. And also, I even, not many people are down with this, but you fitness people are. You people who like muscles like me, you are. Wild Planet. These are the best sardines that you will ever taste. This one in olive oil. And I also do them without the olive oil too. They're so good. So good. So good for you. They build these. That is just one really good way to get your protein in. So you guys, this is something that I'm really passionate about, is helping people get good quality ingredients at good prices. And, you know, like I said earlier, Thrive Market, they cut out the middleman. So you're getting these prices at like 25 to 50% off what you're going to be paying at Whole Foods. And they do the price comparison right there. So if you haven't checked out thrivemarket.com, you need to do it. And I want you to know that all of the people who are in my tribe are going to get a special deal. It's above and beyond what they're offering off of their website is to the general public. You're going to get a better deal by using my coupon or my code. Let me look here. So a couple things that you need to know is the website for me, it is thrivemarket.com/figurefit. And that's going to get you some really key things. So on the first order, you're going to get 25% off your first purchase. And you're going to get free shipping, okay? Plus, you're going to get a free 30-day trial. And they're typically a membership, it's a membership-based program. And it's, I think it's, oh boy, I need to know what this one is. I think it's like $59 a year. I think it's that. And you guys, it is, you're going to get a free 30-day trial. You're going to get 25% off your first order, and you get free shipping. And so I know that this is above and beyond what they're doing. So what I would say is just check out all of your stuff that you buy at Whole Foods, or check out the non-GMO, the organic things that you can buy there, and just go check it out. Go look at the prices. Save yourself, save you and your family some money, and just go in and do it. Now, here's the cool thing about this company. The owner, his name is Gunnar, one of the co-founders, his name is Gunnar Lovelace, and he grew up pretty poor, and they didn't have the best foods, and so he made it his mission to build a company that can give back as well. So for every membership that is sold, and it's like you getting a Costco membership, it's like you getting a Sam's membership, but you guys, this stuff, you get to shop, you get to just go look and see what you can buy that's non-perishable, and make it easy on yourself so that you can save money and not have to run all over the place, so that when you do go to the grocery store, you know exactly what you're buying and you know exactly what you're spending on the other stuff, and then you can save so much money and time. And for me, those are some priceless things that we need to be really cognizant of, is our time and our money. Now here's the thing. What they do is they donate a membership to a low-income family for every other membership that is sold. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So for every membership that is sold at their regular rate, they do give away one membership for free. So you guys, I would love to have you check it out. And do me a favor, just feel free to let me know below if you guys have tried them, or if you've never tried them. You can comment below, and I would love to answer any of your questions that you have. Sorry, my phone keeps blowing up. I gotta get off here soon. My son's texting me, and I don't know. I think his soccer practice is gonna get canceled because they have, it's raining right now. And this is so cool though, you guys. My son made junior varsity starting as a freshman. I'm so proud of him. So, all right, guys, one of the other things I want to say to you here is when you go onto their website, if you know what you want, you can just search it. You don't have to shop through thousands and thousands of things. You just go right on there and search for what you want. My arms are tired from holding my phone. So, thank you so much for being here with me today. And for those of you who, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sorry, I don't know if that just cut me off. So you guys, thank you so much for being here today with me. I just want to say thank you, and I want to read your comment. Yes, finding an all-organic vegetable juice, I just can't find that much in bulk. A greens powder or pre-bottled juice is a convenient option. It is so convenient, Christy. And I tell you, it feels good. It's good. It's so good to get that in my body. I know better. I know better than to have 4 cups of coffee a day and not other nutrients. Like, I was having my nutrients, my vitamins, but I know better. And so I was like, okay, Liz, like, you're not invincible. You're not. You are, just because you're healthy and just because you're fit doesn't mean that you're not, you know, like, natural nutritional rules stop applying to you, right? And I was like, just kind of not even really thinking. I was eating healthy, yeah, still having my salads, still having my protein, still doing my shakes, still doing my vitamins, but just a little bit too much coffee, and not enough water, and not enough variation in my diet, especially with greens. And so I knew that that was the one thing that I really needed to fix, is just get things that are good and easy for me, because that's really the thing. It's got to be easy. It's got to be easily implemented into my life if it's going to work for me, because I'm just way too busy. I'm doing way too many things. And, you know, through my yoga studio and also through my online program with coaching people, that, and you know, I want, when I sit down, I want to have some downtime. I want to be able to relax and do some fun things every now and then and be healthy. So I don't want to be up cooking all of the time. And that's something I meal prep on Sundays and Wednesdays. You know, we'll have, I'll make a huge salad and I'll eat off of that for a couple of days. And then I'll make some like big meals, and my son and I will eat off of that for a couple of days. So that makes it really easy for me just to have food here available for us. And if you guys are interested in the diet, the Figure Fit diet, it is in my book. You can get this on Amazon. You can also get this through Audible. And the diet, the nutrition program, the list of foods are right here in the back. Okay. And hold on a second. What else is in the back here? You know what else I do? This is great. I forgot this is in here. I wrote this 2 years ago. I do a bridge. So I've got a daily target food guide. And this is for people who are on the standard American diet now and they're eating bad foods. And you know what? They're eating foods like potato chips and baked goods and donuts and soda and candy and soft drinks and processed cheese and hydrogenated oils. Like, that is down here in this category. That's poor foods. You got to move up to here, to fair. And then you got to move to here, to good foods. And then you got to go to here, to better foods. And then you got to go up to here, to the best foods. And then you get to graduate from that list to the Figure Fit list. And you guys, that's where you eat from, is this list. And like, if you happen to have a donut off the poor foods list, it's not going to kill you. But you eat 99% of the time from the Figure Fit list. And that's how you'll have a fit body. That's how you're going to have a healthy body. That's how you're going to love the body that you live in. Is by really truly feeding it the foods that are good for you and healthy for you. So you guys, that's all I have for you today. Once again, go to thrivemarket.com/figure-fit, and that will get you the discounts that I mentioned earlier. So you're gonna get the 25% off your first order, and you're gonna get the free shipping, and then the 30-day trial of your membership for free. So go shop, go look and see what you need to buy, and just go take advantage of this. And it's, you know, for a limited time right now. So I want you guys to just go check this out and see how much you can save, and just let me know. I would love to know more about it, and I would love to know where you guys are at on your personal journey with nutrition and health. And if I can help you in any way, I would love to do that. All right, guys, so much love to you. Once again, that's Figure Fit, thrivemarket.com/figure-fit. And you get the 25% off, free shipping, and a free 30-day trial. All right, guys, so much love to you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.